Welcome to Divine Astrology, friends. Lot of videos are there on COVID-19 and you've been hearing about it a lot from different sources, from the electronic media, from the channels, from the print media, from other sources, etc. Now, this has impacted human life in such great measure that it has really changed the outlook for the entire world, I would say, for the entire economy of the world, for our country as a whole, and for other countries over the period of the next few years, over the long term. So I would now basically make a few predictions for the economic situation in the world over the period of next year or so. Now, already there was some kind of a slowdown, but now I feel that this economic slowdown, is likely to accentuate further. Now, what economic slowdown means is that there will be lesser opportunities of employment, lesser rate of economic growth, and lesser number of new entrepreneurship coming forward, and basically demand will also go down. Economic demand will also go down. Now, economic demand is basically based on the purchasing power of the people. If people have purchasing power, the demand goes up, and the factories and other sources of production, they step up their supply. But if demand goes down, then there's nobody to take the supplies, and the whole economy suffers a slowdown. Now, in this whole process, taxation also plays a very important role. And if taxes are lowered, then naturally production rises. And if taxes are high, then production also goes down. Now, in very general terms, I would say that there are certain sectors in the economy which are likely to suffer a certain setback after the lockdown or during the lockdown for the next year or so at least. Now, these sectors I would basically say are the real estate sector, the electronic goods, fast moving consumer articles, the cloth industry, the textile industry, the metals industry, the coal industry, and also the other industries which are related to production of high value items. Now, these high value items also include luxury items. Now, this economic slowdown, because of the effects of COVID-19, are likely to be aggravated, because even though the price of oil goes down, it does not reflect commensurately or shows any increase in production despite some relief in cost of production. Now, this is because the demand will go down to some extent, and also there will be rising unemployment. So, unemployment will be a major issue to which the economies would be, need to address themselves over the next one and a half year or so. Now, in this context, let me point out that the unemployment rate in the US has been very high, at more than 7%, which is the highest in its history of last 60-70 years at least. So, unemployment rate is going up. So, this needs to be addressed suitably by some measures. Demand is also going down, particularly of high value items, luxury items, cosmetics, textiles, your electronic items, electronic gadgetry, etc. Now, this will take some time to, kind of come to the level which is expected, because a lot of items which are required in the electronic industry or rare earth metals are there, certain rare earth metals are required for production of electronic items like TVs, mobile sets, satellite sets, etc. Now, China has a huge monopoly In fact, China controls about 70 to 80% of the rare earth metals in the world supplies. So, if they restrain that supply of rare earth metals, the production of these items cannot be escalated, cannot be increased without these rare earth metals, and China has about 70 to 80% supply of these metals. The country produces these metals to a large extent. Now, this is one factor which we need to take into account. Now, secondly, the real estate sector will also go down because people will have less of purchasing power. The share market is also going down because of certain factors in which demand has been low, so supply has been low, production has been low, and profits are also being adversely affected over this period. Now, share market will also go up and down, but largely the trend is going to be towards a downslide. Now, I see the share market going down at least till next March. It's likely to recover only after next March, that is March 2021. Now, in such times when the economy is going slow and there's an economic, kind of recession kind of a feature, in these circumstances, the thing which really, kind of shoots up is the gold prices. Now, gold prices are going to keep continuing to rise, and I do not see any fall in the prices of gold over the period of next 1 year at least. After that, it may come down slightly, but I think till December, the prices of gold will continue to rise or at least stay at the level at which they are currently at. So, this is basically the economic scenario till next March, April 2021. Now, after 21, if certain suitable measures are taken in the meantime, then probably the economy will again swing up and the rate of growth will slightly increase and the economic slowdown will tend to pick up. So, this is basically my reading for the economy over the period of next 1.5 years till March, April 2021. Thank you, friends, for listening.